Hello and welcome back to Magic the Krakening. Got here a fantastic set booster box for Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. It is pre-release weekend and I'm excited to see what this box has for me. The set looks really cool. There's a lot of fun mechanics like channel, plus your favorite Planeswalker Tamiyo got completed, so she's now Phyrexian and has the keyword complete, which of course has rather terrifying storyline implications. But let's go ahead and hop into this and see what we find. Are you excited for Kamigawa Neon Dynasty? Let me know in the comments. Tell me who you're going to build, if you're going to build any of the legendary creatures in it, or how you're going to update your decks. There she is, looking all normal. That's before Jin Gataxias gets his hands on her. We're looking for, of course, a Boseiju, or a Jin Gataxias, or a Tamiyo, but really, there's just a ton of good stuff in this set, so I'm excited for whatever I pull, frankly. Jump right in. Now, I don't know what these packs are like, so there's a good chance, come on, focus. There's a good chance that just like the last two sets, this last card being a magic back doesn't necessarily mean it's a list card. But, you know, we'll go ahead and keep our fingers crossed. The list was updated for this set and contains stuff like Sakashima's Student and Sensei's Divining Top, so it would be great to get one of those pulls as well. Here is Satoru, a full art of Satoru Umezawa, which was also the box topper that I received. So that full art is beautiful. Got a foil full art mountain. That's exciting. Alright, so we are starting off with a alternate art, or I guess a showcase art section. So these are commons. Jukai Trini looking good. Guardians of Oboro. Mizumi Blade Blesser. Kami of Terrible Secrets. Twisted Embrace. Alright. So we'll make a showcase section and a regular section. Uncommon, Touch the Spirit Realm. Orochi Merge Keeper. Orochi, of course, being the snakes. Kumano faces Kakazan. So the sagas from this set actually flip. So let's hide that so we don't spoil it for ourselves. Etching of Kumano. So it becomes a creature when you put the last lore counter on it. So it says exile the saga, then return to the battlefield transformed. So it comes into play as Etching of Kumano, which is a creature. Put that right back on top. Okay. Ooh, the Dragon Kami Reborn. So this is a rare saga. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to flip that over and just look at the back. Dragon Kami's Egg. Whenever Dragon Kami's Egg or a dragon you control dies, you may cast a creature spell from among cards you own in exile with hatching counters on them. And of course the front is what puts the hatching counters on there. So, pretty good card. I like that a lot. Oh, let's put that right back on top. And then have a reveal moment. Oh, Satoru Umezawa. Wow. And then a foil Dokuchi Shadow Walker. And yeah, so it looks like it's just similar to the last set where these can be those flip card placement items. You get what I'm saying. Alright, so we've got a full art, or an art card of a Plains. That's really pretty. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even need to look at the back. It's right here. So we've got a full art Plains. So reinforced Ronin. That's a. So it looks like we get a couple of showcase cards at the beginning, regardless of rarity. So we got a reinforced Ronin, which is a samurai with channel, and then we got a Moon Circuit Hacker, which is a ninja. It's kind of cool. Prosperous Thief. Oh, you get a treasure token out of that. That's right. Reality Heist. This looks like a fun card. Could be really good. I'm interested to see how this works in practice. I love that they're like a biker gang now. This aesthetic is actually really, really satisfying. So we're gonna do this again and just look at the back. I really like that. And in foil, I imagine this would look really good. Mecha Titan Core. Everybody's really excited about this card. Are you excited about this card? I think it's a lot of fun. It's very flavorful. Historian's Wisdom. It's an aura. All right. Not a crazy pack, but fun. Definitely fun. So again, unclear whether this is a list card or not. We'll find out. This is one of the new Dragon Kamis. Ooh, a Rugged Highlands. So you can get dual lands, the tap lands from these packs. Good to know. Another Reinforced Ronin. Just one showcase card this pack. Kappa Tech Wrecker. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Gotta love that. Spinning Wheel Kick. That's such a silly name. Silver Fur Master. It's a Splinter, obviously. Azusa's Many Journeys. So since we got a Saga, I'll go ahead and show the backside. I feel like I'm going to be doing this a lot. Okay, put that back. The Kami War. Hey, my first mythic too. So I'll just read this out. Exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls as the first chapter. The second chapter says return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then each opponent discards a card. And then of course the third chapter is when you exile it and return it, flipped. And it becomes Okagachi Made Manifest. So Okagachi Made Manifest is all colors. It has flying and trample. Whenever Okagachi Made Manifest attacks, defending player chooses a non-land card in your graveyard. Return that card to your hand. It gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the mana value of that card. So that could definitely be fun. We're just going to put that right back on top there, and then boom, Short Circuit. Okay. And then, oh, Unwinding Clock. Nice. This is always a fun card. And it makes sense for an artifact-heavy set, like with the vehicles and whatnot, to have something that untaps all your vehicles for you. Alright, so we have... This is Myojin of Grim Betrayal. This is an art card for a card that you can get in set booster, so maybe we'll see it. We've got a full art, or an alt art forest. Peerless Samurai, come on, focus. Coiling Stalker. I do like this showcase format. High Speed Hoverbike. Born to Drive. So I like that the pilots in this set, if it's a pilot, it basically says this creature crews vehicles as though its power over 2 greater. Well, this says that, but the pilots tend to crew at a higher power than what they have printed or get assigned, and that's fun. So we have the Saga Boseiju Reaches Skyward, so let's take a look at the backside. Cool art. Alright, we got another Plains. That's an odd spot for Plains. Let's continue. Oh, hey! So this is a highly discussed legendary. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each target, and spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast for each target. So this effectively makes a card like Curse of the Swine cost 2 blue, and every creature you target outside of that 2 blue is going to make the spell cost 1 less. This is good for auras, this is good for removal, this is good like if you wanted to make Feather like a secret commander of this deck and just really go nuts with it. Zada could be a fun one as well. So definitely an interesting card. Super excited to get this. We've got Fang of Shigeki. Enchantment creature, Snake Ninja with Death Touch. Oh, for 1 mana. Pretty good. Right. Moving on. I'll try to go a little faster. I'm trying to, give a good example of what's in each pack. So we have got an art card for Moonfolk Puzzle Maker. Let me know if you like these art cards. Scoured Barrens. Iganjo Exemplar. And Imperial Subduer. I'm assuming that these showcase in the front can be any rarity so far. I've only seen common and uncommon. But maybe we'll see a different rarity in those slots in this box. Another Prosperous Thief, another Reality Heist, the Shattered States Era. So we'll go ahead and show the backside of that, which is Nameless Conqueror. Nothing crazy. It's a common. Oh, hey! Hi, Tomio! Welcome to the party. Focus. There we go. So it has completed. So completed as a keyword for Planeswalkers. Is super interesting. It said that this symbol right up here, let's see if it'll focus. Not really. So it's Phyrexian blue or Phyrexian green. So it can be paid with either of those colors or 2 life. If life was paid, this Planeswalker enters with 2 fewer loyalty counters. So that it is a keyword on a Planeswalker makes me think that we'll see additional Planeswalkers with that keyword. So from the storyline perspective, I'm assuming that Tomio is only the first of Planeswalkers we know to get completed. We'll see if that comes true or not. Huh. I've got an upside down card. It's the Fall of Lord Konda. That's kind of funny. Game card. We have got an art card for Bloom Shrieker. That's pretty. Saltwater Cliffs. Skyblessed Samurai. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each enchantment you control. And it's a 4/4 flying. Huh. And it's an enchantment creature. Only 1 in this pack. Michiko's Reign of Truth. So we'll look at the backside of that, which is Portrait of Michiko. It gets +1/+1/+1 for each artifact and/or enchantment you control. So it is at base a 1/1, and it flips over. We've got a Lion Sash, but this is the Showcase Lion Sash. Excuse me. I can pay white and exile a target card from the graveyard. If it was a permanent card, put a +1/+1 counter on Lion Sash. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on it, and it's got a reconfigure cost of 2. Reconfigure is an alternate to equip that allows you to unattach as well as attach. If you put this in a deck like Sir Gwyn, it will also gain the equip cost, but you still need to pay for the reconfigure to unattach it so that it resumes being a creature. These equipment creatures cease to be creatures when they're attached to anything. Oh, and a mirror box. Hello. Legend rule doesn't apply. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1, and each non-token creature you control gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control with the same name as that creature. So even outside of legendary matters, you get Relentless Rats, Persistent Petitioners, and there's another one in black that I can't remember the name of. So that actually works out really well. That's a good card. And then token and another common. Alright, let's keep going. Is it a list card? Is it not a list card? We'll find out. We've got Clawing Torment, excuse me. Art card. Regular Forest. It's kind of lame. Put that down here. Silver Fur Master. Splinter gets a showcase art. And Aki Ronin. Yeah, so here's another example of that option. Sorry, I keep realizing that I'm holding it way up there. I apologize. Hotshot Mechanic crews vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. So this can crew vehicles up to a 4 crew cost. So these pilots are pretty useful. If you're looking at building a vehicle deck or finding ways to improve on a vehicle deck, these pilots are interesting. Mech Hanger, another vehicle card. Tales of Master Seshiro, which has amazing art. The original Seshiro has amazing art by Darren Bader. Let's go ahead and take a look at the backside. There is Seshiro's Living Legacy. Nothing crazy because it is a common. We've got Invoke Justice. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then distribute 4 +1/+1 counters among any number of creatures and/or vehicles target player controls. Web Spinner Cuff, and then we've got, yeah, another of those replacement cards. Alright, I'm thinking this one might be a list card. We've got an art card for Reckoner's Shakedown. It's cool looking. An alternate art island with little origami birds, which is cool, probably cranes. Nizumi Blade Blesser showcase art. The Long Reach of Night. I'll just look at the back side of that real quick. That's creepy. That's printed really dark. I wonder if that's going to be consistent. Just looks really dark. Era of Enlightenment. So another saga. Not a different rarity, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that. And put that back. Ooh. Kotose the Silent Spider. I think that she's going to be difficult to do a commander deck around, but I'm sure it can be done and done well. It says when Kotose the Silent Spider enters the battlefield, exile target card other than a basic land card from an opponent's graveyard. Search that player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that card and exile them. Then that player shuffles. For as long as you control Kotose, you may play one of the exiled cards, and you may spend mana as though were mana of any color. So this doesn't see anything that existed in exile before it leaves the battlefield. Or after it leaves the battlefield, excuse me. So if you were to blink this, anything that it exiled prior, it loses access to. It's not like Dathi Voidwalker where it puts a specific counter on it and you get access to it. So I think people are going to build around her. I don't think it's that great to build around, personally. Tawashi Song Shaper, and then, yep, there we go. Shinka, the Blood-Soaked Keep. So they're trying to theme the list around the set that is part of it. So Shinka is a legendary land. Tap to add 1 red, or 1 red and tap target legendary creature gains first strike, which is a useful and applicable ability. Here's my list pile. Alright, let's keep going. Beautiful card. And that is a mountain art. Very beautiful. Jungle Hollow. Wee. Heir of the Ancient Fang. Behold the Unspeakable. So the Unspeakable, of course, was a legendary creature from the original Kamigawa block. So it's fun to see that represented here. Oh, hey! So this is one of the set booster exclusive cards that they added to this set. So this is a new Myojin. Myojin of Roaring Blades. Enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it if you cast it from your hand. Remove it, indestructible counter from it. It deals 7 damage to each of up to 3 targets. So this could be a fun burn deck commander. As long as you have something in play that amplifies damage, this could be something that people need to counter on sight. And if they can't, they could lose. So this is a really cool card. I like it a lot. Hey, it's Tatsunari, Toad Rider, or Jiraiya, if you're a Naruto fan. And it's a showcase art. This is really beautiful. It looks like watercolor. Like Tatsunari is painting with watercolor or something. That's really cool. This is a Sultai Enchantments commander. This is whenever you cast an enchantment spell, if you don't control a creature named Kaimi, create Kaimi, a legendary 3/3 black and green frog creature token with whenever you cast an enchantment spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And you can pay 1 and a green or a blue. And Tatsunari Toad Rider and target frog you control can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with flying or reach. So basically, she like hops on her toad and like jumps at you. I love it. This is great. I'm very happy to pull this. Oh, I'm also really happy to pull this. This makes me very pleased. Ishin, 2 heavens as 1 if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger. That ability triggers an additional time. This is fantastic. This works if a creature attacks you and you have a permanent that triggers. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I think a lot of people are going to be building him, but that's okay. I might too. All right, let's keep going. What do you think? List card, replacement card? Let's find out. We've got, I think this is not a special card. Imperial Subduer, so art card. We've got a mountain. Imperial Subduer, hey, look at that. Norika Yamazaki, the poet. So this is one of the, they made the sisters Yamazaki, but they made them on cards. So she says, whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, you may cast target enchantment card from your graveyard this turn. They made them as separate cards instead of one joint card. Her sister is in red and allows you to do the same thing but with an artifact. So that's interesting. I'm gonna put her. Actually, I'll make a pile for commanders. Put this down. Don't be mad at me. I should have thought of this. I'm sorry. There we go. Got Befriending the Moths. Oh, it's still way too far up. Sorry about that. That's pretty. I like that. March of Reckless Joy. These are fun. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may exile any number of red cards from your hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. And then you may exile the top cards, X cards of your library. You may play up to 2 of those cards until the end of your next turn. So for 1 red and exiling 1 card, you can then reveal or exile the top 2 cards of your library, and you may play both of those. If you want more options, you keep exiling and you can dig deeper. You can still only play 2 of them, but that's still a really solid effect, especially if you need an answer in something like Prosper or Lelia. This puts a ton of counters on Lelia. Alright, Geothermal Kami. And then, hey, Vidalcan Orrery. I don't have one of these. I'm really excited. That's a great card to have. Woo. Put that down. Alright. Gonna keep going. Art card is Brilliant Restoration. Got a Foil Forest, Moon Snare Specialist, and Dokuchi Silencer. Oh, and Sunblade. Oh, I got 3. And Sunblade Samurai. First time I've gotten 3, I think. Fall of Lord Kanda. And then we've got Fragment of Kanda. Focus. There we go. Invoke Despair. So another of the invoke cycle, target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. Then repeat this process for an enchantment and a planeswalker. Alright, and this is really pretty. This is Ao, the white dragon from the new Dragon Kami cycle. Jukai Trainee. Just one. Target creature gets... Oh, sorry. I don't even know why I'm reading the comments. Sorry about that. Just excited, guys. Sorry. Sorry, folks. The Modern Age. Oh, come on. There we go. Show the back side of the Modern Age. That's really pretty. It shows the combo of tech and kami in this world. That's cute. Oop. Stop that. Tameshi, Reality Architect. So this looks like a fun commander. So whenever one or more non-creature permanents are returned to hand, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn, and it doesn't specify that they are returned to your hand. For X and white, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Return target artifact or enchantment card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. So this is, of course, an Azorius commander, and I think there's a lot of utility here. I think we could see a lot of this card as a commander. Next we've got a foil, and then that's just one of those. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. List or not, let's find out. Our art card is Satoru Umezawa. How many of him will I get? Let's find out. That is a really dark swamp. Right. The Life of Toshiro Umezawa. Flip that over and look at the back. Come on. All right. Got the Restoration of Aiganjo. So that is a rare saga. Take a look at the back. There you go. Oh, a foil Lion Sash. So that's now 2 specialty versions of that card. And, oh, hey! That was a list card. We've got Cedrus, the Trader King. That's pretty cool. This one is probably a replacement card then. The art card is Explosive Entry. Seen that. Oh, okay. So this is actually from the commander deck. This is the secondary commander from the Azorius Vehicles deck. It is Shorikai, Genesis Engine. It itself is a vehicle. It has the text that it can be your commander with a crew of 8. You can pay 1 and tap it to draw 2 cards and discard a card, and then create a 1/1 colorless pilot creature token that says this creature crews vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. So this is a great example of a commander that would really like those pilot cards that I was talking about. So that's pretty cool that I found this in here. This is a really cool card. Oh, hey, the Wandering Emperor. So this is the identity of the Wanderer. So she is the Emperor of Kamigawa. She's flash as long as the Wandering Emperor entered the battlefield this turn. You may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you could cast an instant. For +1, you put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains first strike until end of turn. So it's a combat trick to save something that you have. You can create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. So you can put a blocker into play that's necessary, or you can -2 her to exile target tapped creature. So a lot of neat combat abilities. So this is a cool card. You are already dead. Meme card. Replacement card. Just what I thought. Sorry for the length. I know that it's taken a little bit longer than normal. We've got Echo of Death's Wail. That's really pretty. Regular planes. We'll foil. I'll move a little bit faster. We've seen that one. March of Burgeoning Life. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may exile any number of green cards. This spell costs 2 less for each card exiled this way. Choose target creature with mana value less than X. Search your library for a creature card with the same name as that creature. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So this is an interesting card. It's of course more of a limited or standard card. It doesn't work as well in Commander unless you know your meta plays a lot of a certain creature, so you can actually target someone else's creature in play that you know you have in your deck, and then this could help you tutor up specifically that creature and put it on the battlefield. We've got Selfless Sand. Oh, that's really pretty. That's just really pretty. Art card is Myojin of Towering Might. Pretty cool. We saw that. Otawara, Soaring City. This is one of the channel lands. So tap to add blue, channel 3 and a blue, discard Otawara, Soaring City, return target artifact, creature, enchantment, or planeswalker to its owner's hand. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. So as long as your commander is out, that's 2 and a blue at a minimum to activate. Pretty cool. Another upside down one. That's weird. Our signed art card, hello, is Naomi, Pillar of Order. Woo! We've got a mountain. That is an island, folks. It's not a mountain. I know what I'm talking about. There she is again. Rabbit Battery. That's pretty funny. Saw that one. Cloud Steel Kieran. This is the new equipment that basically does what that angel does. So flying, equipped creature has flying, and you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game with a reconfigure of 5. Again, this you can give it equip alternative costs with cards like Pure Steel Paladin or Sir Gwyn. So this could be really good in those decks. List or not, we'll find out. All right, that is going to be Bearer of Memory. That's pretty. So here's her sister, Heiko Yamazaki. So you may cast target artifact card. Oh, there they are. They should really have a partner with each other. That would make a fun deck. Saw that one. Thousand-Faced Shadow. This is a fun ninja. This is really cool looking. So it's 1 blue to cast, or its ninja cost is 2 blue and 2 other flying. When Thousand-Faced Shadow enters the battlefield from your hand, if it's attacking, create a token that's a copy of another target attacking creature. The token enters the battlefield tapped and attacking. So the nice thing about this is because it says if it's attacking, meaning it doesn't have to be declared as an attacker, so ninjutsu is intended to work with its ability. Pretty cool. Hey, look at that. That is so pretty. Kairi, the Swirling Sky. It's one of the legendary dragon commies. So Flying Ward 3, when it dies, choose one, return any number of target non-land permanents with total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hand. Mill 6 cards, or mill 6 cards, then return up to 2 instant and or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. Moonfolk Puzzle Maker, we don't care about that. Sapphire Medallion, hello. That is an excellent pull. Very happy with that. Hey, look at this cool art card. Return to action. Neat. Mountain. We saw befriending the moths. So now we've got Greasefang Okiba Boss. This is the Orzhov vehicle commander. So at the beginning of combat on your turn, return target vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of your next end step. So it's at the beginning of combat, so you can then crew it. So important to note that the returning it to its owner's hand is a delayed trigger, so even if Greasefang leaves the battlefield, you'll still return that vehicle to your hand if it's still in play. If the vehicle itself dies or leaves the battlefield, you won't then return it to your hand. We've got all 3 of the Satoru Umezawas now. We've got the regular one, this fantastic foil alt art one, and then of course the box topper. Phew, that's beautiful. This is that Kiki-Jiki saga art. So reflection of Kiki-Jiki, yeah. Funny that's Mirror, because he's a mirror breaker. Saw that. March of Wretched Sorrow. So another one of these. As an additional cost to cast this spell, exile any number of black cards. And then March of Wretched Sorrow deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain X life. Hey, there's return to action. We just saw this. And alright. I won't keep you all much longer, I swear. I thank you all for everyone who's still staying with me. Y'all are amazing. And if I could do a heart right now, I would. This is Voltage Surge. That's pretty. Mind Link Mech. Whenever it becomes crewed for the first time each turn, until end of turn, it becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that crewed it this turn, except it's 4/3, it's a vehicle artifact, in addition to other types, and it has flying. It's kind of fun. You can actually use this to copy your commander each turn, so that way you can block with your commander without actually blocking. However, if you're attacking this and you copy your... Oh, it's target non-legendary. I can read. Never mind. Ignore what I'm saying. Ooh, that's a really pretty art card, too. That's Kura, the Boundless Sky. Very pretty. Mountain. So now we've got her sister in Showcase. I like it. Teachings of the Kirin. Rare Saga. Mill 3 cards. Create a 1/1 colorless spirit token. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. And then it flips over to become Kirin Touched Orochi. So whenever it attacks, choose one, exile target creature card from a graveyard, you create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token, or exile target non-creature card from a graveyard. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Pretty good. I know I'm doing a lot of talking. This is a new set, so I'm trying to give some information as well from a, casual perspective. Oh, come on, don't do that. At least to share how cards work or my own thoughts on what's cool. Again, I really appreciate you sticking with me while I'm doing this. It's great to have people care about what you do. Hidetsugu, Devouring Chaos. So the neon versions of this card are going for insane amounts of money right now. I'm sure that'll change once the set fully releases, but that's kind of nuts. So this is an Ogre Demon, a 4/4. You can pay black and sacrifice a creature to scry 2, or you can pay red and 2 other and tap it to exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you exile a non-land card this way, Hidetsugu deals damage to the exiled equal to the exiled card's mana value to any target. So that's kind of fun. It's a tap ability, so you can't like do crazy things with it, but it's still a lot of fun. Ooh, Gaia's Will. So we just had this. This is for Modern Horizons, but it's neat to see this in Modern Horizons 2, but it's neat to see this in the list in that form. Alright, I believe this is Satsuki. Satsuki the Living Lore. She's the Saga Commander. We've got a Plains. Hey! What a pull! Look at that! Come on, there you go, focus. Jin-Gitaxias. Whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. Whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, counter that spell. This ability triggers only once each turn. So this is insanely good! I would say this is probably better than Vorinclex. Such a great card. Let me know what you think. Do you think Jin-Gitaxias is better than the new Vorinclex that came out in Kaldheim? Do we think it's a list or not? The art card is Smoke Spirit's Aid. This is from the modified Commander deck. Uncharted Haven. Oh, that comes in the play tap. That's not what I'm thinking of. Hey, we got a Go Shintai. I think this might be my first one. This is one of the new shrines. Focus. It really doesn't want to focus on this card. But whatever. It's one of the new shrines. Oh, I got 2. Oh, I got 3. Alright. So in one pack, I got 3 of the new uncommon shrines. Come on, man. What are you doing? Ooh, and another Myojin. So this one says when you remove the indestructible counter from it, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token for each permanent you control. That's awesome. Oh, and I also got a Thundering Raiju. So this is a spirit with haste. It's a 3/3. It says whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then it deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control other than Thundering Raiju. That's pretty good, especially with Ishin. Ooh, man, we're just getting a lot out of this. So Grenzo, Dungeon Warden. That's a lot of fun as a list card. My camera is... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pull that off camera. My camera's having a rough time and I was trying to let it focus. I apologize for that. Light Pause. Emperor's Voice. We got... Oh, the red one. Sokenzan. Crucible of Defiance. Channel for 3 in a red. Discard it. Create 2 1/1 colorless spirit creature tokens. They gain haste until end of turn. This ability costs 1 less. Probably the least exciting of the cycle, but still good. That is the Myojin we just pulled. Myojin of Blossoming Dawn. Forest. Surge Hacker Mech. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Alright. Why this keeps happening? And that is a replacement card. Alright, 3 packs left. I think this is going to be a list card. That is going to be Kaito, I believe. Kaito Shizuki. And if I'm correct, that's the special art one. Oh, alright. Another forest. Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa. This is a Wooburg commander. It says when it enters the battlefield, another target permanent gains indestructible for as long as you control Kyodai. So that's actually really fun. I'm excited to see what people brew with Kyodai. Staff of Domination. Cool. I've got a lot of those. That is Surge Hacker Mech. Really pretty foil mountain. Mukotai Soul Ripper. Whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice another artifact or creature. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gains menace until end of turn. It's kind of fun. Invoke the Ancients in foil. Create 2 4/5 green spirit creature tokens for each of them. Put your choice of a vigilance counter, a reach counter, or a trample counter on it. And then this is our last pack. Let's keep our fingers crossed for something fun in here. The whole box has been a ton of fun. So even if I get nothing in here, it's still been super exciting to open all of this. We've got Vessel of the All-Consuming. That's really pretty. Regular Mountain. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. Another Ghost Shintai. So this is one of the ones I was missing. White. Alright. I think these are the other 2 I was missing. So I think I got all 5 in this box. Yoshimaru Ever Faithful, the goodest boy! This is a new partner introduced in this these set boosters. Whenever another legendary permanent enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Yoshimaru, and it's got partner for 1 mana. Goodest boy. Risona, this is a weird commander. Whenever Risona deals combat damage to a player, if it doesn't have an indestructible counter, put an indestructible counter on it. Whenever combat damage is dealt to you, remove an indestructible counter from Risona. Will you build Risona? Let me know. Unstoppable Ogre, and that's going to be it. Phew! That is an exciting set booster box. These are just the commanders. That doesn't even cover everything that was pulled in here. I mean, look at that. Sapphire Medallion, Cedrus is great, Vidalcan Orrery, Shinka. These are just such great cards. And then some really great stuff in here too. Just super exciting. Getting all of this great stuff. And then the Tamio, this alternate art, this showcase art, I think that the borders and the art themselves are really beautiful. This is just honestly a super exciting set, and I'm really looking forward to building with these cards. Thank you so much for taking the time, a lot of time today with me, but I hope you have amazing luck in your own pulls. Let me know if you get anything exciting, and talk to you next time.